Flosstube world. It's Nikki Diaz, aka Stitchy Nurse Mama. I'm back, finally. Gosh, I'm sorry it's been a while. It's been about 4 weeks since my last video. And it's when I started this channel, I thought I would maybe upload every couple of weeks, and life kind of got in the way this month. And I'll say two things about that. As those of you who watched my other two videos know, I lost my mother in early November to cancer. And grief is not a straight line. It's a lot of ups and downs. And I had some rough times early this month. So if you are somebody who is struggling with losing someone, I empathize with you. My favorite Robert Frost quote in the world is, "The best way out is always through." So just keep rolling. We will get there. And then the other thing that I will say about it is that, I was in a kind of a rough headspace one night, and I was sitting there and I was like, gosh, I told my husband, I'm like, I should be stitching. I should be uploading a video this weekend. I need to be stitching, and I was kind of just feeling a little poopy. And he looked at me and he said, "Honey, it's not a job." And it was like another light, light going off. Because one of my New Year's resolutions this year was to just enjoy my journey. And I'm a very type A personality. And, I just have a tendency to put a lot of pressure on myself for a lot of different things. But that's not why I started this channel. That's not why I did it. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It's not a journey. I'm not going to stitch tonight. So I think it was the only night this month I didn't stitch at all. But I just said, I'll upload a video when I am in a better headspace. So it took a couple weeks, but here I am. And so I'm happy to be back. I've missed you guys. Oh, that's hot. And thanks for everybody who checked in and has been asking. And I gotta tell you, one of my favorite things about this Flosstube video thing is just the connections with everybody. It's been so cool talking to you guys, and I try really hard to answer all the comments. And thanks to everybody who's come and connected with me on Instagram. So it's just been really neat. To really get in there. And I've been kind of the lurker and watching the Flosstube videos, and to really start commenting on other people's videos. And thanks to those, I had a few mentions on people's Flosstubes. Weed Flower Creations, which I will mention again here in a little bit. Stitcher with the laughing face, and Silver Stitches. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the shout out. I appreciate it. I enjoy it. It was kind of surreal watching your videos and seeing a mention about me, so that was pretty cool. And I also just, it's been so fun to talk to you guys. I'm gonna butcher this. I'm an American. I'm sorry, but the Huga Stitcher, it's Canadian. I love you. I've been watching your videos for a while, so it was really fun to connect with you. Thanks for commenting. And Fabrics by Crafti Kate over across the ocean. It's been really fun chatting with you too. So anyway, it's been super fun talking to you guys. And anyway, let's get to it. So, not a ton of stuff going on for me this month in terms of stitching. I did have that Lilo and Stitch countdown bag that I mentioned in my last video from Fangirl Fibers. So which reminds me, I was watching my last video and I was like, it's Lilo. Guys, I know that Stitch. I don't know. You start doing these videos and there's a part of your brain that just turns off. I don't know why. But anyway, so we've got Stitch and Stitch's little boo angel there. And it was kind of an Advent countdown to Valentine's Day. So every day I got to open a little bag of stuff, and there's lots of cute stuff in there. Some really fun fibers. So let's see here. So you can kind of, super bright, just really nice colors, which is really good for me. I have a tendency to gravitate towards neutrals. I'd love to break out of that a little bit. So these are really nice. So this one's called Aloha. And then this one is called This Is My Family, which is a really nice kind of peachy color. This one's called Oana, and the bag, the name of it was Oana means family. So that's pretty. This one is Sorry I Bit You. So super cute. This one's called Badness Level. This one's called Elvis. And then Stinky Like You, which is this very yellow green, which is really fun. So yeah, these are really fun colors. I'm glad to have something so bright in my stash. Just really cute. She did send out a couple patterns, which I did not start. One was of Lilo and Stitch, and then the other was this really cute little pattern that said Oana means family, and it uses all these colors. So that one I may still do. And then she sent a couple of nice fabrics here. I always go with 32 count. It's my go-to. So this one is called Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride. Super fun. Again, it's really good for me to get these bright colors because I'm probably not going to buy them on my own. So I'm going to stretch myself one of these days and stitch on these really nice bright colors. This one's called Blue Punch Buggy, and it's a smaller piece. That other piece was like a whole fat quarter. Really cute. Super cute. So I was really happy with that. And then we also got a couple of needle minders. So I don't know if you're going to see the detail on this one, but it says Oana means family. And it's got like, you know, Lilo and Stitch, and very cute. And then this one, so cute. I love it. It just says, love you, little heart and you. And then some floss drops. These were actually my favorite part. I am recently a floss drop fanatic. So these are really cute. They're really nice quality. And there's more. I just grabbed a couple to show you guys. So yeah, just super cute. Which reminds me, how do you guys store your floss drops? Like I said, being kind of new to the floss drop thing, like I have a whole bunch of flosses on floss drops, and like even on like Classic Colorworks comes on a floss drop, and my silks, they come on floss drops. And I'm getting to a point now where it's like they're all just kind of, I'm not real thrilled with how I've gotten. Like, do you organize them? I thought maybe I would get a hanger and hang a bunch of them in my closet. I don't know. So tell me, how do you guys store your floss drops? Do you bag them up like in those floss away bags? Or I'd love to get some ideas. So let me know. Drop me a comment. Tell me how you store your floss drops. So yes, so that was Fangirl Fibers. That was like that company. She does all kinds of different countdowns, and I think I bought the one for this summer, which is a Jaws one, because my husband and I love Jaws. So, but yeah, really fun stuff. Always, as the name implies, fangirl stuff. So, check that out. Really cool. Whips. Let's talk about whips. So I kind of got a late start. If you remember the January Quaker that I did, and I said I was going to do all the months on that one piece, which I've decided to do. I think it's going to be a little tight at the bottom, but I've decided I don't care. So I'm doing it. So this is, there we go, the February Quaker from the Heart by NeedleArt by Wendy, and she has one for every month. I really like these. They're just, I mean, they're not quite bite size, right? I mean, they're decent size, but they, you know, each little finish feels really gratifying, and it's just really relaxing to work on. So I'll show you what I've got so far. I don't think I'm going to finish this by the end of February, but so that's the January piece that I finished. And then this is what I've got so far on my February piece. So I really am digging. I've changed the colors. I changed the colors on the first one. So what I did this time is I went to my local store, and I just picked out a bunch of different flosses, and I just came home and started playing with them and putting them together. And then I also ordered some more silks from the Thread Gatherer. They're silken colors. They're my favorite silks. So far I am using Cinnamon Toast by Classic Colorworks. And Pomegranate by Gentle Arts. And Classic Colorworks Wild Berries. That's what's on there so far. So you can kind of see. Oh, check out my needle minder. See, it says nurse. My husband actually ordered this for me. They were giving out stickers of this at work, and he found it and ordered it for me as a needle minder because he's good like that and he knows how to do all that stuff. He actually said that we might be able to do Stitchy Nurse Mama needle minders. So anyway, check him out. www.DerekDiazArt. Shameless plug. But yes, so you can see, so this is that one is the pomegranate, I think. I can't remember. But really cute. It's just really fun to stitch. This is on a 22 count Ariosa, which I actually got off of the Hade website. I initially thought I was going to do a Hade on it. Glad I didn't, because it is a linen and not an even weave. And I personally am not a huge fan of full coverage on linen. But it works really well for this. So yes, I will keep going with that. And I already have the March one, which is also super cute. So look out for that in the future. But I'm not going to put pressure on myself to try and, you know, if I do one a month, great. If I don't, it's okay. I've got a lot of other stitch alongs and a lot of other things I'm trying to do. And, you know, it is what it is. If it gets done if I get all 12 months by the end of next year, so be it. It's okay. So, but it's fun. It's a nice stitch. And because each little piece of those Quakers kind of feel like a finish, you know, it's like I said, very gratifying to stitch on. Let's see what else. I started my Mirabilia this month. So this is Cathedral Woods Goddess Mirabilia. I've never done a Mirabilia. This is my first one, and I've always wanted to do one. I love her, and she's really fun to stitch. When I first started her, I struggled to do anything else because I just wanted to stitch on her. So it's a DMC. I'm using all the called for. I'm not messing around with this one. And then some Krynic. I don't know if you can see the sparkle or not. It's got, I think, 3 different colors of Krynic in it. And then it's got a couple silks, which I haven't, I've only gotten one in there so far, but they're Water Lilies by Karen. You can see they're really pretty, really nice to stitch with. So yeah, this is on a 32 count Picture This Plus vellum by Picture This Plus. So I'm really loving her, and it is kind of close to the color here, but I think it's going to be okay. It's a little bit better in person. It shows up a little more pinky than it is on the screen. Which brings me to another question for my Flosstube people. Beading on this. So clearly once you start beading, you can't put it in a Q-snap. You can't put the beads in the hoop or anything like that. So what do y'all do? You know, I could put together a couple Q-snaps, or I could order a scroll maybe. That might be the best way to go. I still think I'm going to do all the stitching first. But once I get to the beading, do you guys just do it in hand? Mirabilia folks, sound off. Help me out. So, but I'm excited about her. I really like stitching her. Very fun. I'm still doing the Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along, the Reaching Skyward. Here's the booklet. Took a break on this one too. I am going to try to finish this one by the end of the month. I'll show you where I'm at. So this is where I am. Obviously, I've got the first part kind of hidden there. And so basically this over here, I think it's doable. I really do. It'll be a bit of a push. But my husband is going out of town tomorrow, which not thrilled about it, but good for stitching. So I think over the next 2 nights I can probably do quite a bit on this and get there. It's a real, I still love it. I love stitching modern folk embroidery. You know, I've got 2 pieces currently. I'll show the other one here in a little bit. I love stitching it. It's just, it's clean. It feels good when the patterns emerge, and it just, I don't know, they're cool. I'm a big fan. This is on a 32 count Belfast. The color is called Plain Air. My colors that I am using are Classic Colorworks, Ye Old Gold, and that's another gold, and Mistletoe, which I really like. And if you want to hear about my struggles to find the colors, check out my previous videos. But I'm glad. I love it. I really like it. It does kind of have an Ireland feel, which wasn't really what I was going for, but it's kind of cool. But I loved it. I love it. This is my Frankenstein Q-snap that I put together, like several, to get it to be longer. But yeah, I love it. But I am going to try to finish this. So I'll post updates on my Instagram. So wish me luck, because I still have to work Monday and Tuesday. So we'll see how that rolls. All right, so that's that. Let's talk about WhipGo. If you're not familiar, WhipGo is a Facebook group, and it's kind of like a bingo board, and you just pick your whips and you put them on there, and then every month they call 2 numbers, and you set your own goals. So my goal is 10 days of stitching on each piece that gets called. Haven't finished either one yet, but it's still possible. So maybe. Okay, so this month I've got Alice in Wonderland by Al Forrest Embroidery. So that's what I've got done. What I've gotten done this month is kind of everything over in this section. Kind of see that there. So I have 3 more days of stitching to meet my goal on this, and 3 more days in February. So it's doable. I can do it. Just need to, and I didn't set stitching goals for myself. I just said days of stitching. Pick it up, do a decent number of stitches on it. I put this down because this little jar here somehow ended up half a stitch off from where it's supposed to be, and it frustrated me, so it went into timeout. So I need to pick it back up. But I'll pick that back up tonight when we get home from dinner. And hopefully, yes, I just, like I said, just a decent number of stitches. Just something that I'm happy with. I feel like I picked it up, got a little bit accomplished. This is a 32 count vintage country mocha, I believe. And the threads are the Al Forrest embroidery thread pack for this piece. So it's fun though, and it's, you know, it's just a lot of little things. So again, just like a Quaker, you know, when you finish a little piece of it, it feels good. So, but yes, I'm still frustrated with it. I gotta go back and figure out where I'm a half stitch off, and if I care. You know, a lot of those older samplers, they were kind of funky sometimes. So maybe I don't care. Maybe I do. I don't know. I probably do. Let's be honest. You know, as much as I, you know, as much as I say hashtag hot mess stitcher, I'm also a perfectionist in a lot of ways, and it'll bug me. So I'll probably go back and take it out and figure it out. So, and then my other one for this month was my other modern folk embroidery piece, Fruits of Plenty. Love stitching this piece. This is one that I struggle to put down when I get it started. Just love it. So I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap. I took it out of the Q-snap last video. There we go. So this is the piece that I'm on. I've done like all of this month and this here. So I've really done a lot on this. I don't know what to say about it. I love this piece. I love the fabric. I love the flosses. This negative space is not easy, but it's so neat as it comes out. It just, you feel so, I don't know, it's like magic, right? You're doing it and it just, stuff appears and it's just awesome. Just awesome. So, but I'm happy to be almost done with it for this month. So I don't have a goal to finish this piece this month. I just need another 2 days of stitching on it. So I can totally do that. But I love it. I'm using Weeks Dye Works on this one. I am using Whiskey and Havana are the 2 colors that I chose. Pull those out for you, maybe. So there's Whiskey. It's a really nice yellowy gold. It's got some nice variegation and it goes really well with the brown, which is the Havana. So those are the colors that I'm using for it. So yeah, I love this piece. So, and when I finish this section that I'm on, I will be 50% done with the piece. So that's kind of cool. So yes, I was happy to have those as my WhipGo numbers this month. Next month's numbers have been called. They called them on the 25th of the previous month. The first one for me for next month is this piece, What Remains by Blackbird Designs, which is just really lovely. I have traditionally not done a lot of these kind of traditional sampler feels pieces, but this one spoke to me. It was right kind of when my mom was getting bad, and I really love it. I haven't gotten very far on it. So I'll be happy to bring that one back out. This is a piece of fabric I dyed myself, tea-dyed it. You can see the little imperfection down there, which I decided to leave. There we go. So it's pretty. I am switching out a few of the colors. When I was looking at it and putting my colors together, I felt like there was just too much of that pinky red, and I wanted to kind of vary the reds a little bit. I'll have to pull them out and kind of figure it out. So next video, I'll tell you what I'm using and where and all of that stuff. But I wanted a little more variegation, and like I said, and I don't know, this lettering I might do in a different color. I haven't decided yet, but it's like all this red is like the same, and then like this pink, and I was just like, I wanted something a little different, so switching that up a bit. So that's next month's WhipGo. So 10 days of stitching on that. And then my second WhipGo number was a new start block, because I didn't have enough whips that I wanted to work on for WhipGo this year. So I put in some kind of different things, and one of them, and I have, I think, 2 new start blocks, and they called it a new start block. But since I just started the Mirabilia, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that as my new start, since it's my newest start, and do that for my WhipGo, because I like stitching on it and I'm cheating. My board, my rules. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Other than that, I wanted to show off a few patterns that I purchased that I'm probably not going to start anytime soon, because I really would like to kind of cut down on the number of whips that I'm doing. So earlier I mentioned that Weedflower Creations was nice enough to toss me a mention in one of her videos. And when I watched her video, in the back, she had this gorgeous pattern that I was just like, I messaged her, I was like, or commented or something, and I was like, what is that? I need that. I have to have it. And she got back to me, and it is this one called Green Goddess by Joan Elliott, who is not a designer I was familiar with, but she said it was her favorite designer. And I just, sorry about the glare, I just love this. I'm a little Green Man obsessed. I love trees and nature, and I've got one hanging in my kitchen over there, and I kind of like the the take on this, right? That it's a goddess kind of in that kind of almost Green Man type look. So I'm really looking forward to stitching this, but it's a bit of an undertaking, so I'm probably not going to do that this year. I'll probably wait until I finish one of my other ones, but it's definitely on the docket. So then, of course, I started looking at other Joan Elliott pieces, and I picked out 2 more. And this one is All Hallows Eve Sampler by Joan Elliott. Isn't it cute? It's so cute. I like the little pops of orange in it. So I'm looking forward to doing that. This one I might start for Mania. I haven't really given much thought to Mania yet this year. But I might put this on my Mania as a new start because I think it's really cute. And it's mostly black. And I have a Cone of Doom, as the Witchy Stitcher calls it. If you follow the Witchy Stitcher, the DMC cone, I'll bust it out and show you guys next video, but you can get that big cone of DMC 310. So I'm like, I might try that. Start that for Mania this year. And then I also got this one, which is another massive undertaking, but it's Rapunzel, and I just thought it was so pretty. Really like that. And I really like this fabric that they have it on. The blues and the kind of the pinks. So I think it's so pretty. So again, not sure when I'm going to start that. Not anytime soon. But I got those. And then I think I got that on 123stitch.com. I think that's where I got I know that's where I got these 2. So after I finished Hot Cocoa early this year, I love Shannon Christine designs because they tend to be a little smaller, but they're still really stylized and very cute. So I picked out a couple of other ones. Tea Break, which I think is cute. So since I did Hot Cocoa, I thought I'll do Tea Break, and then I can switch them out, when it's not cold, I can put the tea one up. So I thought that was very cute. And it's really interesting, like if you look at, I don't know if you can see, but if you look at the border of this one, it looks like a variegated thread, but it's not. It's actually, I looked at the pattern, and it's actually patterned with different colors, but it looks like a variegated thread. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. I might just use a variegated thread, but I think that's pretty neat. So I think that's really cute. And then this one here, Your One in a Melon. It's still technically a Shannon Christine. It's designed by her, but the artwork is by Erin Elizabeth Designs. But I thought that was cute. Nice summery little pattern. So I'll probably start that for Mania as well. So I guess I am putting thought into Mania, because I don't have enough to do. So that's about it on my list. Like I said, it wasn't a heavy stitching month for me. But that's okay. Life gets in the way, grief gets in the way. And it's our journey. Don't punish yourself. I'm trying real hard not to put extra pressure on myself and just kind of enjoy the stitching. I didn't show my temperature chart because it's a little behind. I did finish January, but I've only got like a week and a week and a half into February. So hopefully I'll have that a little bit, at least to a point where I can show it next time. It just didn't feel like it was worth it this time. But the weather's been weird, as it usually is. As I say that every video, but like really weird, as in like 72 degrees and then 42 degrees the next day. So I'm like, it figures. The year that I choose to do a temperature chart, the weather's all bonkers. But I'll try to pull that out next time and get that into a better spot. But I hope you guys have good stitchings, and please drop me comments below, and keep dropping me comments. I love it. It's been really fun. So happy stitching.